I'm Chel, or Chelsea. Streamer, artist, now podcaster, dog mom, novelist. So, wait, so... Oh, I might have done it. Okay, you might hate me for this.
Oh no. Chelsea, what have you done?
I might have
Did you forget to start recording?
No. I had the desktop audio muted.
So I've been muted. Yeah!
Hi everybody, welcome to Chattalyst. This is episode 1, the pilot. I am joined today by my lovely co-host and friend, Sariah. Sariah, you want to introduce and talk to yourself now that you aren't muted?
Yay! I love being not muted. Yeah, I'm Sariah. I'm very loud and can famously be heard by everybody online. I am a mom. I'm a teacher. I stream with my husband, Redhead Orama, also known as Alex. My hobbies are Magic the Gathering and video games and baking more than is probably good for me. But yeah, I'm psyched to be here. I actually got to see Chel in person today, which was absolutely amazing.
I just happened to be in the area.
Yeah, you got your sick remembrance tattoo. It's
Yeah,
so gorgeous.
which
It's so lovely.
I got to take off the... Yeah. I just need to keep it clean and moisturized. Otherwise, it is good to go.
I like to keep myself clean and moisturized as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's just general hygiene.
Yeah, I will say here's too much information. The number of showers I take per week has decreased as I have had to take care of a baby, just because having to be like, okay, partner, take this child for half an hour while I go do something that's not that fun. I'd rather be like, yeah, take the child so I can go play video games, but no, I have to shower. And lately I just can't find anything good to like watch or listen to in the shower. Maybe that's going to change because I've tried out a couple parenting podcasts. I'm always on the hunt for more things to listen to. So if listeners are like, hey, go watch this or listen to this while you're in the shower, I'll be like, sweet. I mean, you can't really watch stuff in the shower. We do have one of those special shower curtains that you can slide your phone in on the other side. It's plastic. Have you seen these before?
No, I've never seen one of those.
If you want to get one for yourself, they're super cheap on Amazon.
Huh.
But yeah, you can put your phone on the other side of the shower curtain in a little plastic pocket.
I was about to say, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. If the pocket's on the inside, it's just water fills it up, and then, your phone also goes for a bath.
You can kind of touch screen your phone. It's less reliable, but it kind of works. It's like trying to control your phone if it was wrapped in a Ziploc bag.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
It might work out then. Maybe. We'll see. I can't really knock anybody for this. So, yeah, by the way, listeners, so girls are weird, and I don't know what society has told you. Girls can also just be gross. We're people, man.
Yeah, everybody's gross in their own special way. My son pooped in the pool today. Not a public pool. Our backyard pool.
Okay, also,
it's been cleaned up.
her son is 1, just for everyone's information.
My son is 12 months old. He had no control over this. He had no choice in the matter.
No, so unless I will say, unless I am working out, or it's like really hot summertime, I don't shower a whole lot. Because I don't sweat a whole lot. Obviously, if I'm working out, yeah.
I don't sweat a whole lot either. The main factor in when I take my shower is the feeling of my hair like this. After about 3 days, it gets really nasty. I have done dry shampoo before, but at least the dry shampoos I've tried, when they mix with my hair oils, they smell a little funky, even if they go in smelling nice. And your hair looks a little bit powdery. So it's like, if my hair gets to that point, I'm just kind of like, either like completely hide it away from my face as much as possible because it feels uncomfortable to have greasy hair like rubbing against your skin,
Oh yeah.
or wash it. Just fucking wash
Or
it.
just in general. I don't like the feeling of greasy hair. Like, mine's fine. Okay, first camera. Discord,
Behave.
please.
Behave.
So mine is fine, and I don't know if maybe I just have like naturally drier hair, but I only, and this is my, it's not even TMI. I take a shower aside from the other reasons normally like twice probably a week.
Yeah, same.
But that's
Normalize
just
infrequent showers.
Also, it's not like your body gets used to a certain thing, and your hair. I don't remember if it's like a full wives' tale or whatever, or myth, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be washing your hair every single day. Like,
True.
it's not good
That
for
is
the
facts.
oils.
Yeah, I haven't actually shampooed my son's hair a single time because he hasn't needed it. I might like pick stuff out of his hair or might use water to get something out of his hair, but it hasn't been greasy yet, so I don't need to remove anything really from his hair. If there was a lot of dirt in it, I might need to get some soap in there, but he splashes a ton of water into his hair when he's playing in the bath anyway. So
Yeah, I see. My problem is I can't take a shower without washing my hair, because if I take a shower and I don't wash my hair, like shampoo, conditioner, it feels gross when I get out.
yes, 100%.
It's so weird. I was like,
think it might
okay.
be a combination of like the minerals it leaves in your hair and also the fact that you don't condition it, and so like
Yeah.
it feels just gross. It's like all the grease that was in there is still there. Maybe you've washed out at least like dirt or dust or whatever. But yeah, I can't do it either.
It doesn't help
Yeah,
that I color my hair,
was
so I have to be
I
careful
was
about that.
cracking up at listening to a clip of Northern Lion talking about how he'll take like upwards 2 to 3 showers per day. Because at the time, I don't know if this is still true.
I'm glad he can afford that water bill. What the fuck?
He was exercising a ton. He would hop on his Peloton in the morning, and then he had like a couple group exercise things he was part of. And I'm like, that's great. I still can't imagine. Maybe it's different for men because maybe testosterone makes your sweat smellier or you sweat more. I don't really know a ton about that. But he's also bald, so he doesn't have
he doesn't have that problem.
But you know, greasy hair, greasy head. You gotta pat it dry. But I'm like, I can't imagine taking upwards of 3 showers a day like that.
That's so many
I need
showers.
that time. I need that time back.
Have you heard? Okay, so this is, since we're on the topic.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a thing that guys don't do. You've heard of like how girls have minimum like 3 different kinds of showers, right?
I can understand the concept basically. Go on.
So there's like the easy one, you get in, get out. You go in, you rinse off, get out. And then there's the next level where you go in, you, I don't know, shave, wash your skin.
Yeah. And since I only shower like twice a week, I shave every time.
Oh, yeah. And then maybe your hair, or that might just be the 3rd level, which is just that everything. And some people have like a beyond that. I can't be bothered. There's too many steps. But I have like a tier 3 is my normal shower. So it's just like hair, shaving, clean body, face scrub. Like I have one face scrub in there, which I need to get a new one. And I do exfoliating, and yeah. That's it. But my showers also, even though I take them only like 2 or so a week, last about an hour. But also because that's my quiet time.
It's nice. So I always go in with the intention of taking a short shower, and it never fucking happens. So once you get in, and I mean, I don't know about you, but I always start with my hair. I shampoo and like scrub the crap out of it, at least the roots part. Then I put the conditioner in and try to like leave the conditioner in for the rest of the shower.
And then you go into everything else.
And then you start to scrub everything. And then you're like, oh, the water feels kind of nice. And then you kind of stand there. And you're like,
you just disassociate for a moment. You're like,
And then it's like half an hour later and you're like, oh, this was not a short shower.
I've been in here for a minute. Whoops.
I do like to take my shower head off because I'm the detachable type.
Same.
And since I have really shitty water pressure, I literally
Yeah, your
demonstrated
water
this.
pressure is insane. What you showed
It's
me today is
really
like a trickle.
bad.
Ugh.
Maybe one day we'll invest in getting it fixed, but plumbers are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But I'll turn the nozzle on my shower head to like the intense
Hmm.
streams because that's I can at least get some water pressure that way, and then I can like I've started rinsing my hair that way to really get it without having to scrub with my
Yeah,
fingers.
that makes
Or and I
sense.
can use it to rinse off. It's like my own pressurized water. I forced my shower head to be pressurized by changing it to the most intense setting.
Yeah, you gotta do something about that. I can't even
But
imagine.
do I want a fixed shower or do I want money?
I
So many
mean,
options.
fair, I suppose.
We are going to take one step that might help with our water pressure in general, and that's we're going to attempt to drain our water heater. Because I don't know if that's ever been done for our water heater that's many decades old.
Oh,
So my dad will come over sometime the next few weeks. We'll open it up. We'll see.
yeah.
I'm always nervous to attempt projects like this because I'm scared something will break and then we'll have to pay for a more expensive procedure. But the other option is to do absolutely nothing, and I can only do that for so long.
Yeah, 'cause no, that water pressure is atrocious. I need it to beat me in
Yeah.
the back as if I am getting an amateur massage. I
Hot.
don't. I,
I had a shower at my mom-in-law's house the other day and it was so nice. I was like, "Oh my god, there's like gallons of hot water coming at me. This is pure bliss."
that's your new thing. Every time you go to somebody's house, you just steal their shower for a minute. You're like, mine's crap. Can I take a shower?
Oh, it was specifically during the school year on an
Mm,
afternoon where we don't do this too often, but when both of us are really exhausted and we need a little bit of extra help, sometimes we'll go over to their place and I just needed a shower. And so I'm like, here is my baby and I will can I use your shower? And she was very, very kind.
here is
Uh
my baby.
Here is my baby.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, she was so psyched when I should have demonstrated this for you while you were over. She was so psyched because Kellen has started giving hugs
Mm-hmm.
when you ask for them.
Oh,
And so that was really nice. Because Kellen sees his grandma and grandpa so often, he's like really well bonded to them and it's really, really
well,
nice.
that's cute. I don't get a break ever, but you're on summer break, right?
I do. Being a teacher in the United States is how you manage to get a European amount of vacation time.
That's
So
true.
it's yeah. I would encourage other people to go into it, except for the fact that with the current levels of funding in education,
Yeah.
you can go work in Alaska. They are always in desperate need of
Yay.
teachers.
And people in
Uh,
general.
yeah, the South might have more positions, but then you have to teach in the South. So pros and cons. We've had several teachers move here from the South, just depending on the particular district.
Oh,
It can be a difficult place to work as a teacher for various reasons.
no.
But it's really nice. It's really nice having the time off, and it'll be really nice to have the same time off as my son as he gets older. So I'll get to
That's true.
spend that
That'll
time.
actually be good. Because, yeah, as he's a student, you get to also just take winter break, Christmas break,
Yeah.
all that stuff. That'll be
Yeah.
nice. And,
Yeah, it is really
and
nice.
that's how you can plan all of your family vacations.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably won't start traveling much again until he's old enough to enjoy it himself.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, we're not really big on travel. My friend Lacey said, "Hey, does anybody want to go to? I think it was in Canada this year. What's the name of the Tumblr convention? She wanted to go to
Oh.
that,
Oh, my
and there
God.
were some funny images from it.
All I remember is another hour in the ball pit. I don't know what
The
it's
ball pit
called.
is legendary.
The
I
ball
hear.
pit is legendary. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to Alex about it, and he was like, "Well, I don't really want to go," and I was like, Yeah, she came and visited us, the whole peeps back in our state, Washington, because she lives in Idaho. But we might eventually go visit because she lives in a really I can probably say the city name. It's vague enough. I'm not listing her address. She lives in Boise, and we visited there a few years back, and it was the nicest downtown I have ever been in.
I actually found a
Tons of shops and
really
stores.
nice Mexican restaurant in Boise when we drove through.
Hey,
It's
nice.
nice. And
Yeah,
I think we slept there. I think. We might have
you
slept there.
just
I don't know. I'm
you just cozied
insane.
up in the Mexican restaurant and slept
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the bench. No,
Nice and warm.
I'm crazy when it comes to travel. I'm sure my husband had explained and lamented because he would join me on these car trips when we would go. So flying is one thing. I love flying, but then
Mm.
he also had issues with have you noticed that flying plane seats kind of change depending on what plane you're in? Like the size of them?
I definitely noticed flying on different airlines is a different experience for sure. Like how much room you get.
How much room you get? The seatbelt will be a different length. We learned that at one point. Like
Oh
flight
my
one, it fit
goodness.
just fine. Flight two, it was half as long. We're like,
That's
why? Yeah,
ridiculous.
so having to ask for an extender is ridiculous. So flying is one thing. I'm chill with flying, but it wasn't our preferred method unless it was like to the East Coast to see my family there. Um, However, I wouldn't say like to drive, but driving is a way of travel that I will do to avoid paying for plane tickets. And because I have a hybrid, it's a little bit better, especially
Yeah, it's a
right
little
now.
better. Yeah.
Um, yeah, 'cause plane tickets got expensive for a minute, and they're still kind of up there. But
Mm.
so I can tell you it's about 17 hours to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's
Whoo!
15 hours to San Jose, California. And it's
Oh my
about
gosh.
20 hours to Denver, Colorado from Washington ish. But that one was a little bit different. We took extra days so that we could sleep in between and not
Yeah.
do like a full 20 hours.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. But the 17 and the 15 hours, I will do those in one shot. We are
I can
spending the day
tell.
to travel, and then that's it.
Yeah. If you can get it over with, you get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I remember growing up, when it made sense to, because my mom has family in Denver, and then we also had family in Utah. We would drive.
okay.
And not every time. I think we would also sometimes fly
Were
to
you still
Denver.
in Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Though not my whole childhood. But I can tell my family has a lot more money relative to like the number of individuals they have to pay for now, because of the fact like when they're considering like, oh, are we gonna fly or drive to Utah or Denver, they're like, we're gonna fly. Yeah, we're not gonna do the car trip this time. I'm like, I respect it. I wouldn't want to do it again because I did drive one of those times once I got old enough to do it myself, and it was it's a long drive. My
It
mom,
is.
uh, bless her heart, she doesn't f- doesn't necessarily fully fall asleep while driving, but gets
Oh.
scarily close. So she does music, she does AC and stuff. So my dad and her would take turns,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a little more freaky to have my mom in the driver's seat because she would kind of shake the steering wheel a little bit to kind of like, oh, okay, wake up. I'm like,
You doing
this is
okay?
this is fine. So I definitely feel for her, and she knows this about herself, so she like tries to avoid driving extended periods, especially like in the afternoon where she thinks she might be sleepy.
Yeah,
No, not
that makes
ideal.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the perfect people to actually just drive long distances because I can't sleep in a moving car.
Yeah.
I just can't. On a plane, I might, if I'm tired enough, I might catch like an hour or so of sleep. If I can get tired enough and get sort of comfortable enough, then I can manage that. But in a car, I'm too anxious about everything
Mm.
that so I'm just like, I will just drive. Just let me drive. It's fine.
I
It's no harm to me. I'm not going to be
yeah.
sleeping anyway. So just let me do something.
I think if I had to take a super long car trip, I might be able to sleep in the passenger seat all the way reclined, like with a pillow on my side. But I've never had the opportunity to do that. Um, I haven't brought like props with me to any drive. And when I
Props.
was growing up, there did reach a point when in my teens where I stopped being able to sleep, like sitting up in the car. And I was like, "Oh, this sucks." Because when you're a little kid, like a lot of little kids can kind of fall asleep anywhere. I wasn't quite to that point, but I could nap places, and
Yeah.
now it's like I've lost that ability.
I can nap in non-moving vehicles. Well, okay, I don't even know about non-moving vehicles, but I can nap in other places that aren't vehicles or moving. Like I will be in class, I can nap on a desk. I can nap at a lunch table. I can nap on a couch at somebody's house at random. I can fall asleep on the floor. I like everything is fine. I can also fall asleep in a bathtub. That's happened plenty of times.
Ah!
So I can do that, but when it comes to planes and cars, I just cannot.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I have to be stationary.
yeah. Alex's sister Lauren is so sweet. I can relate to her because yeah, when she would come over and it would be like late at night and she's tired because woke up, had a busy day. Yeah, she can just pass out on the couch, pass out wherever. I'm like, nice. Get that asleep. I actually prefer to get sleepy on the couch, but the problem is there's not room for me to lie out while Alex is there as well.
Oh,
And so
okay.
he says like, "Get your feet off me," and I'm like, "But I'm so snuggly and sleepy." I think I am gonna start researching how much getting a reclining couch would be. I don't need it to be electronic. It'd be just nice if it had like the things on the sides you could pull and then you could
Oh
recline.
yeah. I I know they exist. And I know they also exist in like what I would say is better off houses growing up. But also like I remember my grandma I think had one of those. And yeah, just like a sectional or something, but a seat or two recline if you need them to. Yeah.
Yeah, my family now has a couch where the far left seat reclines, and that's my dad's seat, and you're not allowed to
Oh.
sit in that seat because that's dad's seat. Uh, but yeah, I'd love to have that, but it's like financial, choices. I did
One
buy an
day.
ottoman online, and it came in, and like part of it was ripped, so I had to send it back. So that actually might be the most realistic solution in the short term is just buy a footrest.
Yeah.
Uh, Probably. It's not quite as comfortable as getting to like completely lie back.
You could get like a little love seat and then buy yourself just your own little recliner.
Recliner. I could just put a recliner next to the couch. It'd have to
Yeah.
be a small recliner since we don't have a ton of room there.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, that sounds really tempting. I think Alex would look at it and be like, "Wait, I want one." And then we would probably just get rid of our couch for two reclining seats. And screw you, Kellen, you could just sit on the ground.
Oh, he'd find a
Uh,
lap, I'm sure.
yeah, at least for now. It's gonna be really nice when he gets to the age that in the evenings when we're both tired and we just want to relax, he can like just watch something with us or play something with us.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he does. He last night. Oh my god, he didn't fall asleep till really late, like 2 a.m. Our game right now is Apollo Justice, and
Okay.
so Alex will voice act it, and then we'll have Kellen in our lap, uh, and he will slowly fall asleep. And it was very slowly last night.
Oh.
Ugh. Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to get further in Claire Obscure.
Oh, me too. Yes.
You can
Yeah, this
feel the
weekend we're gonna
pain.
play some more of it. And we'll be able to chat about it in more detail.
Yeah, because it's a game. It hurts. It hurts. So good, but
Yeah.
also so bad.
The story has been really, really intriguing so far, and the combat system is really, really rich. RPGs sometimes struggle to have really rich, interesting combat systems, and it's really good.
So, actually, question: do you, since it's emotions and like consuming media of some kind, do you get emotional when you like read books, play video games, watch movies, see series,
It
all that?
depends on how much I connect with those
Okay,
characters.
but it is possible.
Yeah. 100%. I
Okay.
cried when I was reading the Mistborn series. Um, what else? I think I teared up a few points in the Murderbot series. Trying to think of other stories that I have. But yeah, what's the last book that made you cry, Chelsea?
The last book that made me cry?
Or movie or game? I mean,
Well,
Claire
Claire
Obscure.
Obscure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, game Claire Obscure. Before that was Final Fantasy, the most recent or no, not the most recent expansion. The expansion before Endwalker made me cry. Um, Movies. I don't know. I'm trying like books. It depends. It's been a long time since a book has made me cry. Granted, usually I don't know, I get secondhand embarrassment even for books, which is insane, and I hate it because it makes it harder to like continue to read it, and
A
then I just like slam the book shut
100%.
and set it aside.
I think that's super common to get secondhand embarrassment super intense for books and movies. I know I did and still do, although it's better than it was when I was younger. It's awkward.
It's
Doesn't feel
definitely
good.
awkward.
Yeah. My sister Megan gets it so bad, like she will watch stuff with the sound off during those
Oh.
parts sometimes, or she will skip ahead and read ahead. And I'm like, whatever you have to do. I understand. You do what you have to do.
What is the biggest? So for me, the biggest reaction, not crying so much, but like biggest reaction specifically to books, because I don't think a book has actually made me cry. I'm pretty sure. I want to. I'm like 98% sure a book has never made me cry. A book has, however, upset me to the point that I picked it up and threw it across the room. Um, Only
Amazing.
one time, surprisingly, with the series that I have read over my lifetime. But yeah, no, the my favorite series, the Mortal Instruments series. It's the first one. Yeah, it was the first one. At one point, I just like, it's like this is fucking stupid. I just threw it and then I picked it up. And I like continued to read on. But I was like, God damn it.
Fine, I'll just keep reading.
Which the thing that happens in that book carries over to the second one. So reading through the second book is just like grating. It's like, just fix it. But yeah.
There can definitely be extended tension or conflicts that I'm just like, this is stupid. Do something different.
Do
I'm
something else.
frustrated. You are making me frustrated. Fix it.
Yeah, I'm actually going back through and re-editing my first book right now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, one of my friends was starting to read. Right, he mentioned that he was going to start reading. I was like, just wait. I'll send you a better copy.
Give me a second.
Give me
I
a
can do
second. I'll give you a
better.
better copy. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about writing too, is like you can always sharpen it even more.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, it's impossible to reread it without noticing like, oh, this could be better. Oh, this could be clearer. Oh, this no, it's like, God damn it. And you've already spent hours and hours and hours and hours editing it. So you're like, ugh. But the biggest thing is time. Like I know like
Takes a lot of time.
even when I'm just like lesson planning and then like I come back like in the fall after taking a break and I suddenly have like new creative juices and I have new ideas and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. That was stupid. But my brain needed time to like think about it and be able to come back with it fresh eyes.
Hmm.
And there's literally nothing you can do except like not look at it for months at a time and then look at it again.
Yep.
Then your brain has forgotten it mostly.
That's actually what I do with the art sometimes, which I have a piece. I was telling one of our mutual friends back about it, but I have a piece over there that I started painting. I did the whole background for it, super pretty and nice, and then I started to paint the actual subject matter on it. And then I decided I don't want to do that anymore, and I haven't touched it since. It's there. One day.
Ah,
One day maybe I'll
one
finish it.
day.
Yeah.
One day. When you want it, if you did like an incredible background
Mhm.
and started to do something over it, and then you wanted to do something completely different, how difficult would that be from like a physical painting perspective?
It's not great. I mean, I would have to paint. I would. It's kind of like a cover up tattoo. I would have to paint over everything that's there. So,
Hmm.
except for the background. Like, if I wanted to keep the background, that is. If I
Hmm.
just wanted to use the canvas and paint over all of it, it's kind of just about layering at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I do have a piece that I thought about, and it's like I could just paint over it and
Mm,
use that, but I do like that background, so I think I'll just wait. I'll use a different canvas.
yeah. 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 Alex definitely has his share of projects that he started really passionate about and then was like, I don't want to finish this. It's like, that's okay. Like, you don't have to continue giving something energy just because you feel obligated to. Now, that being said, if you really, really want something completed, you should go for it. But if something like I stopped, I played the piano until I was like 24 or so,
Mm-hmm.
and then I stopped having any like interest or enjoyment out of it. I didn't need to continue doing it out of sense of like obligation of like, well, I might as well. I was like, oh no, that's fine.
So,
I don't need to do it anymore.
so video listeners will see this, but you put your
Oh,
hand
what's
in
going
front of
on?
your face, and it ate like the background consumed you for a second.
Oh, can I do it? Can I do it on purpose?
I don't
Oh, oh, I can give myself a little.
give yourself a little grin barrier.
Yay! Protect me. And how can I replicate it? I'm
I don't
trying.
know. That was
How did I do it?
all I saw was you put your
Ooh.
hand over your face, and the background was like, all
Dang.
right.
I'll never be able to recreate it. It knows I'm looking at it now.
It
It's
does.
like, mm-mm.
My arm hurts. The tattoo is
I
great, but now it's like
bet
tender.
you literally got it today. Of course.
Did. At least it's not red anymore. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a little achy.
We're gonna have to soak Kellen's arm and legs in water to get the band-aids off because last time I pulled band-aids off him, he screamed and I felt like the worst person in the world. So I'm like, as I mean, it's okay. Kids can go through pain and that's fine and whatever. But if I can avoid it, I'm going to avoid it.
But a
So
band-aid? Ow, yeah, that was a sound.
sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna cause pain to you now, I guess.
Honey listener, she's punching her mic.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, she told me she's gonna get into boxing, and I was like, "Oh, let me try this out. Oh, this sounds fun."
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I'm so excited to try that. I would like to not
Yeah.
do it alone if possible,
Mm-hmm.
but that means I have to convince somebody to come do it with me. So I might have to
Mm-hmm.
do it alone and just like bite the anxiety bullet and talk to people I've never talked to before in an
Got
establishment I have
this.
never visited before about a
Oh
topic
man.
I have never ever done before. Yeah,
It
that's
is. It's really scary to start out. The first times are just stressful as hell, and then like it gets more and more comfortable. And you're like, okay, now and then it starts to become your place. So just like imagine not the first time of walking into the place. Imagine like your 10th or 12th time where you're like, you like know people and they're happy to see you and you're like familiar with what you're doing and like it's like something you look forward to in the week. It's kind of hard because it's abstract. But I know like when I was first having to go like to the library or like the play area with Kellen, I was like, oh, I don't want to. I really don't want to. I've never done this before with it with my own child. And then it got easier. It's still not perfectly easy though, especially talking to strangers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, luckily, as much as I hate it, at least customer service has given me enough of the confidence to talk to just complete strangers and be fine,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah, you
But
have no choice.
no,
You've been sort of inoculated to it because you just had to. Yeah.
I used to be quiet and shy and very, very timid, and now I just don't talk to people unless I have to. But I'm still shy. I'm less timid, but I'm still like, unless I'm like chill with you and close with you and we're friends,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Well, it takes way more energy to talk to someone that you don't know. You don't know their vibe. You don't know if what you say might like bother them.
When I'm
Like
sarcastic,
yeah.
most of the time,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I have to be
sarcasm.
careful to not do that, or if I am sarcastic to somebody who I've never really talked to before, be sure to like really lay it heavy on the sarcasm so they know I'm being sarcastic. But yeah,
You know,
yeah.
now that you point that out, I I'm sure there's research into this,
Mm-hmm.
but I wonder if part of the reason that talking to a brand new person for more than, 10 seconds, which you might do
Mm,
it like to your cashier or your server,
yeah.
feels so weird is you don't know all their nonverbal cues and verbal cues. I mean, you can pick them up generally unless you have a social disorder, which no shade. If you got a
Yeah.
social disorder, that's fine. But I don't, so I'm able to like pick up on general cues,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you don't know like, oh, did that person inflect their voice like that? Does that mean like they're having some kind of emotion or like I wonder if that's why it's so uncomfortable in that first like conversation you have with someone and you're like scanning them and watching them and trying to figure out how to interact with them. It's like there's your brain is working overdrive trying to sort all their patterns and figure them out. And it takes so much more energy than, when you're talking to your sibling or whatever, and you're like, you don't have to even look at them. Like you know what they're thinking.
Yeah,
Okay, well that might be an exaggeration, but
it's a lot of guesswork to it, which I guess could also play into a little bit into anxiety, because I feel like if you're, and I'm going to use this word, but if you're neurotypical and you just don't care, and you're like, I'm talking to this person, if I said it offends you, I'm sorry, that sucks, but I'm going to just say the things, blah, 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 blah. But then when you're like, let's just use me as an example, like, yeah, really worried about it, it's because I care. Because I care about how I
yeah.
come across and how I care about how I'm perceived.
Yes.
And, like, I don't want to be a bitch.
Yes.
Sorry if what I said sounded cold. That's why with my
Yeah.
hearing, because I have hearing aids, I anytime I'm in a new establishment or a new like job like this one that I have now, I let the people know it's like I can't hear. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to
I'm
have
not
two
I'm not
hearing
ignoring
aids.
you on
Yeah,
purpose.
if you try to talk to me and I do not pay you any mind at all, I'm not ignoring you. Tap me on the shoulder, yell my name a little louder. You have permission to do that. I'm very hard of hearing. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Which usually, because I'm also crass with workers, whether they're managers or not, I don't really care anymore, even though I don't like authority necessarily. Um, they're not my immediate bosses, so I don't care. But I'm just like, I'm not trying to be a bitch. Just tell me. Like, come up to
Exactly.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and it's different interacting with people you see every day versus strangers. But yeah, the anxiety of analyzing every single thing you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
especially in retrospect.
Oh, retrospect
It
is a mean
sucks.
mistress. I
When you
hate
go
that.
home after hanging out with people you care about their opinion and you like them and you trust them and you're like, "Ah, have I ruined everything?"
I've had a lot of that lately, actually, and I've just been like, No, why'd you say that? That was stupid. Where oh no, you probably pushed that too far over the edge. That was dumb and unnecessary, and they're not going. They're gonna feel different for you now because you did the thing, and I'm like, well, what's done is done, and I'm fucked.
Talking about it really helps because it helps us know that everybody, okay, not everybody, but most people do it to some extent. And we both do it a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
think you do it maybe even more than it depends on who I'm hanging out with and how badly I feel I fucked up. Uh, but I hereby give your brain permission to give yourself a fucking break because every time you hang out with me, I am simply delighted and quite happy. Even if you, even if I said something like that did actually bother, or you said something that bothered me, we both know, like we could. It would be okay afterward.
Oh
We
yeah.
could talk about it and yet the brain is very very anxious. I think it's worse, at least for me, with people I see less often,
Mm-hmm.
because
That is
I
where it
feel like
is
I
too.
don't fully have that rapport. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you've hung out with people you just haven't seen
Yeah.
as much.
Yep.
It's hard online too because uh having a conversation over a phone call is different than having a conversation in person, and they're both stressful in different ways.
I have like I've put my friends into like categories on when I should when I am allowed to give myself permission to be anxious over our interactions. Like, so as I've told many people lately, my bestie lives in a whole other state. And it sucks. But we when we message each other, we do it like maybe once a week, once every other week or something. But the messages are like this. They're so long. But we've gotten to the point because we're both busy that we know that we're still close. It's great. We'll get back to each other eventually. I have some friends in that category. And then I have other friends that I have talked to slightly less. And I have expressed to that I'm like, you got to respond to me more, or we need to establish that you have to be in that category. Which one of them I'm like, okay, you're kind of in that category because you're busier than I am, sort of. So cool.
At
I
least
will
when it
try to
comes to
keep
answering
note.
messages. Because
Yeah.
yeah, people when they answer messages, it's like that different priority. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you have this happen to you too. So let's say someone sends you a message and you have two ideas in your head. First, like, is the general outline of what you're going to respond to them. You know, maybe something generally affirmative and like a question back.
Yeah.
And then there's a second layer, which is like, okay, is there any other information I should do? Maybe I should reread their message to make sure I fully understood them. And that second layer is the reason you don't write back right away. And so you'll read their message and be like, cool. Technically, especially if they said that out loud to you, you would just respond right away. But because they sent it in in a text version, I'm now like, I will craft the perfect response and respond, 10 to 12 hours later once I'm like, yes, now I can give my mental energy to this when it doesn't fucking need that.
I don't. I'll say I don't necessarily do that one. I mean,
Nice.
I sometimes, and if he watches this, Vex, I do this to you a lot, and my bad, but also the time differences also help. So there'll be a time where, like, late at night, I'll be chatting, and then I partake in the devil's lettuce to fall asleep. So I will go smoke, and I'll come back, and I will receive a message that's just like, it's a chunk, and I can read it, and I'll mostly comprehend it, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait to respond to that until I wake up tomorrow. Because I
That's
don't
fair.
want, it's
Yeah.
just slightly too under the influence to give a response I would like to give. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That
I
makes
will,
sense.
however, send responses to people depending on the conversations that we're having or my anxiety level, and I will set my phone aside and I will put it over there and I will flip it upside down so I can't see the screen. And like, and it goes there and it
Oh
lives
my
there
god,
for the next half hour.
I've definitely done the thing where I've sent a message back and thrown my phone across the room. I'm like, "Okay, we did it. We did the thing. Done. Fucking done with that." Oh my
I don't even
gosh.
think mine's been a rage thing. Mine's been more of an embarrassment thing of, oh my god, I'm anticipating the worst possible response to
Yes,
this, and I'm like, and this could
I
go.
definitely feel embarrassed. I definitely feel embarrassed. Oh
Yeah.
man. Alex doesn't feel the same level of caution or embarrassment when talking to strangers. He
Okay.
definitely still cares quite a bit about what his friends like think about him and how he comes off to them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And of course puts a lot of thought and effort into that. But it's nice if anything has to get done in public because he's not afraid to be direct.
That's
Sometimes
good.
I'm worried. I'm like, oh, he said that in like a really kind of like tone of voice. What if he comes off as a jerk? And then the person will respond to them, and he'll respond very like nicely and like share an anecdote, and I'll be like, huh, I guess you can use a neutral tone of voice and just be normal and not include a ton of passive language. But I sure as hell feel a lot better using like passive language in like a really like sweet tone of voice. It's like a don't worry, I'm not gonna
The
hurt you.
don't
I'm not
spook the
threatening.
animal kind of voice. That's what I call that's my customer service voice for sure. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard, have you heard my customer service voice? Because this is like my
Mm,
broadcaster Twitch streamy voice, and then you've heard me in person, which I'm sure is slightly
I don't
different.
think because I would have had to hear you interacting with a customer, and I don't think I have heard you interact with a customer before.
I feel like it's like 5 octaves higher and really
Yeah.
sweet. And no swearing, and just like, hey, is there anything I can help you with today? Are you good? Am I in your way? If I'm in your way, I can move. I promise. No harm done. It's just like, yeah, it's
I don't think there's anything wrong with that style of speaking. I think it's a good way to put other people at ease. It's a shared agreement we have that when we use our like special nice talking to stranger voice, it's a way of signaling I am considering you as a person and I'm trying to make sure you're okay.
yeah,
Um obviously you I mean, unfortunately, as you have intimate experience with, some strangers are dicks. And so I it sucks that even when people are interacting with hard workers that are just trying to get their jobs done, they are dicks about it. But it can be such a slap in the face, I'm sure, when you do everything right and they're still not happy with it. And you're like, bitch.
so you worked a little bit in retail, right?
I have, but not really a ton in the customer facing
Oh,
side.
okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Luckily.
some customers can just be the one that stands out to me. Like there's the cheese lady, and I'll get to that later if we ever go on a tangent about cheese. But
The cheese episode. I'm
yeah,
allergic to this episode.
you were allergic to the entire episode. Yeah, she's my friend, but she breaks my heart because she can't have cheese. But it's not her
That's
fault.
right. That's right. I didn't choose this. People choose their allergies. Like,
um, no, I had somebody who when the sriracha was going through a shortage.
that's me.
It's you. Yeah. When the actual my stepdad used to call it the cock sauce. It has
Ah, yeah, because it has a rooster on
it has
it.
a rooster on it.
Oh no, I really want to cook, but I have a toddler.
It's gonna go to school and be like, I want cock
Ah,
sauce.
and then give me a call. Ooh.
So yeah, the sriracha, it was on a shortage, and I had a customer come up to me and ask me like if there was any in the back because that's their go-to for everything. I was like, hey, I don't work for the store. I don't work here. B, no, because there's a shortage on it, and like the manufacturers are having issues keeping up with it, and it's just there's a shortage. And he responded, I shit you not, with, well, I think it's all a conspiracy. And it's like, what?
Sure, the Sriracha conspiracy.
What do you mean by that? I had so many questions. But he walked away.
Oh, we'll never know.
I don't think I also really truly needed to engage with that man. It was very very weird. But yeah, that was probably the wildest, like, just out of the blue. I did have somebody ask me, lo and behold, I'm not super religious. Everybody can have their beliefs that they want. I don't care. That's fine as long as you're not harming anybody, whatever. I had a dude comment my ring, and he was just like, "Oh, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a Viking compass." He's like, "Oh, well, you should let Jesus lead you." And I was like, "Do you need help, sir, with anything?"
But your answer didn't imply that you have some other religion other than Christianity. Like, that's so bizarre.
It's just a Viking compass.
People looking for reasons to be angry. It's funny because customer service people are nicer to me sometimes, and I'm like, you really don't have to do that for me. Like, I'll sometimes be like,
it's my job.
yeah, it's so nice too. Yeah. People are really nice. I'm trying to think of like a specific example. But Alex will oftentimes be the one to actually ask whether things are out of stock or discontinued, so we know whether to stop looking for them at that store, right?
Yeah.
And
which makes
I'd
sense because you do like.
I'd be content
Instacart.
just checking every week, being like, oh, do they have it? And of course, there's a difference between, is there a label for it?
Yeah.
Or is it, just faced over? Sometimes they have the button, the thing on it that explains why it's out of stock. But when it's been out for long enough, Alex will be like, hey, we noticed, and people are so freaking helpful. It turns out when you're nice to people, like, they're nice back.
I will say, also working in retail has taught me that I will avoid asking employees for help as long as I possibly can, to the point that I will go to the tags and I will read the UPC and see if it matches the product that I'm looking at. Because I know that trick. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the price for that product if the tag matches. That's how it works. Instead of asking.
The one weird thing is doing Instacart. So obviously, I'm sure that the employees at store have a mixed relationship with Instacart people, because I'm sure, just like restaurants have a mixed relationship with DoorDash drivers, because they're working and they make the most money, as you know, the faster you go, because then you can go get another batch.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure lots of them are rude or impatient, or maybe make unreasonable requests. But by and large, like, the people I've watched are very nice. It helps that Alex always comes across as very friendly and patient. He's not riding or dying on this. He doesn't need to have it done super 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 fast. So he can just be like, hey, if you're able to help me with this, cool. If not, no worries. So I've always been nervous that if I ask someone and I show them my screen and it has an Instacart thing on it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're not a customer, you're working," and they're gonna kind of be like, "Here we go again." But so far, people have been pretty nice about it.
I think the only ones that I don't like, and this was back when I actually did work for the grocery store, were the ones that were like, oh, where's this? And I'm like, oh, it's over here. And I show them, and then they're like, okay, well, where's this one? And then they show them, and it's about the third one. They're like, and where's this? I'm like, am I doing it, or are you working?
Exactly.
Like,
don't. Yeah, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. If we end up with a couple items that we just can't find, we'll sometimes ask about both of them at once.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when we have a cart full of stuff we were able to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's bullshit.
Yeah, we've had some people that are like that, and we're like, oh, okay. I know at my original store, when I worked for the company, it was like, there was one lady who would come in, and I don't even think she was a Instacart or DoorDasher, but she would just like have people shop for her, and eventually there was a manager who would like get somebody on the front end to follow her around and like shop for her so that she would stop taking, because I got stuff to do. I'm working in my department. I have things I need to do. I can't leave you around the store.
It's generous of them to even let someone's like to spare someone for that. Like
it is our job, but also I'm not going to get yelled at by my manager later because I didn't do XYZ because I was helping you.
If you're a grocery shop, here's my hot take. If you're like a cart shopper,
Sariah's hot take.
Hot take. You should know the basics. You should kind of have an awareness of how shelves are laid out and check the end caps. Yeah. And if you've done your due diligence, like you've checked, okay, it wasn't in the deli, I'll go check the other section, and you've checked the end caps and you haven't seen a label for it. If you've seen a label and there's nothing there, Alex will go ahead and ask, like, do you guys have some in the back?
Yeah, like, has this just not been stocked? Yeah, I'll look up top. I'll see if it's up there.
Yeah. Oh, true, because they'll pull it down, and that's also a good tip. You have to do those things first. Then you can ask someone. Then you can be like, I can't find a label for this.
Yeah, put in
do
like
you guys know where this is?
Slight effort before you.
Yeah. And then you've done the bare minimum. You've done it.
Yeah, we might get hate for this, but I also kind of agree with that hot take. But my other hot take is read the signs. There have been a lot of times that I have been stocking things and people will be like, hey, where is, and we'll say I'm on an Asian aisle, and I'll have somebody be like, where's coffee or where's pasta? And I'm like, next aisle over. The sign that's up top that's hanging says coffee, pasta, sauces, XYZ, and I'm like, next aisle over.
Yeah. Promise. And you get the best at shopping at the stores you're most at. Obviously, we had Fred Meyer pretty well in hand because we shopped there ourselves. Mm-hmm. It took longer to learn Safeway. It took a lot longer to maybe learn places like the Chef Store or what's that one? Grocery Outlet. That's the discount store. That one's really rough too because their inventory changes every single time. Mm-hmm. So you kind of just have to get what you get.
I will say, in Grocery Outlet, if you want to sponsor us, I fucking love Grocery Outlet. You can get some amazing deals there for cheaper, and it's so nice. Without having to go to Costco, which I don't have a Costco membership, and I may or may not.
Costco is rough because you have to buy so much, and you can be tired. At least for me, I'm gonna be tired of that food by the time I get to the bottom of that box. But yeah, Costco has really good pre-made family meals too. Like sometimes Alex likes to ask for those for when his birthday comes around because we don't have a Costco membership either, but my mom does. So he'll be like, "Give me that chicken Alfredo," and it's so easy because she can just pop it in the oven. Easy.
Find your nearest Costco membership having family member and be like, hey,
exactly,
take me with you.
Yeah. It's hard not to tell people you're gonna do things that you don't always do. I really try to be careful about it.
I just don't anymore. I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm gonna do that because I can't.
You're smart. Well, that's actually one of the reasons I'm sure you've run into this too, where sometimes you don't reply to people because you're like, I don't know whether I can commit to that or not, and it feels bad just writing, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, yes and no. It kind of depends.
Yeah.
But also, because we were talking about this, you mentioned that the birthday party happened. It was like, I wasn't invited, but I was like, that's fine. Because then it means I didn't have to say, I'm not going to be there. Which I would prefer. Like, obviously, the thought of being invited is nice.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to turn anybody down and be like, I can't.
Too bad, because now that I know that you are muted, you're just going to be getting DMs about events. And you're going to have to be like, sorry, I can't come. Sorry, I can't come. I'm going to be like, haha, bitch, this is what you get.
As long as you know that that's what's going to come, I will feel a lot
100%.
less bad about it.
No, and I kind of feel the same way. Like I totally understand. Like people get like I'm a parent. The nice thing is when you're a parent, like you can just use your kid as an excuse for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, when people invite me to things, I can be like, oh, sorry, I can't make it, and I don't even need to explain why. I can just be like, not gonna be there. I don't have energy for that. Psh, that's implied though. That's in the inside.
I mean, to be fair, I live like well, okay, aside from my in-laws that live 8 minutes away, I live minimum 30 minutes away from anybody.
Yeah.
So
It's a big driving commitment for sure.
it can be, yeah. Which, like, yeah, when I invite people up to, I'm like, but come visit me, and they're like, it's the same thing though, and it's like, I know.
Yep, 100%.
That's why I don't feel.
Get it right, rock,
I'm not
paper,
mad.
scissors.
I
Who has to do the drive?
Mm,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I definitely really hate being late
oh, I don't
to
like being
people's
late.
stuff.
Yeah.
Alex, I think, has more of a tolerance with it. I feel like if I tell someone I'm going to be there at a certain time, I'd like to be there in that time or 5-10 minutes late, like
Yeah.
max. It
I
sucks to be late.
I'm very anal about that, actually, to the point where the only reason I was normally late to anything was because of my husband. Like, no, we need to go. What do you mean? We need to go now. And then, like, I would forget a single thing, and then the second I'm like, I don't know, putting on a different shirt or a jacket or something, he's like, I thought we needed to go. It's like, we do.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's like, my thing's gonna take me a minute, okay?
Yeah. I think Alex still he definitely factors in the baby time, but like
yeah,
I think I factored in a little bit more because of the
you have it down to a
things.
science.
Because there's the diaper change, there's the like check his clothes, does anything need to be changed? There's the check the diaper bag, does it have everything that we need to go with us? And then there's put like wrestling him into the car seat because he's really fighting getting into the car seat. Once he's in and we start driving, he's like, okay, I'm cool. But the process of getting him buckled in is a full wrestling show. So you have to factor in the baby time, and it can take a little bit of time. Yeah.
Oh, I do have a personal development though. Well, it's more. It starts more tomorrow. I signed myself up for stress management.
Yeah. Yeah. Get that stress managed.
My first actual appointment, like the startup one was last week, and that was just a going over what to expect kind of thing, of which I haven't filled out anything this entire week, which I probably should have. But the first actual appointment is tomorrow before I start my work shift, and I'm just like,
they give you stress homework.
Yeah, well, like meal logs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I've done meal logging, but I'm also bad at it. And I eat one big meal a day that, like, I don't know. I'll tell you I eat a rice bowl, I guess. I don't want to tell you about the 5 energy drinks I have in a day, though. That's a me need to know, not you.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so real when you're working with any kind of therapist or something. Like, you kind of select what you're willing to work on. Like, there's some parts you're like, that can of worms is not, we're not gonna worry about that. Especially when it comes up and you're like, oh, wait, let's keep talking about what we were talking about before. Yeah.
I would, honestly, because I've never been, and I've lived a life, and I've been through some shit, I think it would be a fun game to go to therapy and be like,
yeah,
alright, let's go. Tell me what's wrong with me. Here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be...
Because everyone deals with trauma differently and figures out ways to cope with it differently. So there's like not one right answer. And so you can have lots of habits and patterns and ways you live your life, which some of are like not causing you any problems at all. And some are maybe causing a lot of problems, but you're like, I'll just be dysfunctional in this one way. And that's
fine. This is fine.
Yeah, but when you're willing to put work in, it does make a difference, and it lasts a long time, which is why I encourage everyone to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can find someone that you like and trust, that's great. And then once you feel like you've done the work that you wanted to do, you can take a break and be like, okay, cool, and then come back to it later. People with severe mental disorders don't have that luxury. They have to
No.
do it all the time, which
Yeah.
sucks. But yeah,
Yeah, which is
we'll do
also
a mental
how
health episode at some point.
we will do a mental health episode. Maybe not episode 1. We'll cross
Mm,
that bridge
mm.
later.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, cause yeah, no, that'll be a chunk,
Big old chunky
a
chunk.
big old chunk.
That's right. Marshmallows and chocolate all over that chunk.
We just have like, can that also be like the comfort food episode? We talk about mental health, but also we have a bowl of ice cream at the same
perfect.
time.
That's perfect because the way I eat, I basically have an eating disorder. So
Oh my
perfect.
god.
It's great.
We did talk about that a little bit. How some people eat their feelings and then some people don't eat at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both are not healthy.
No. Both are not great.
I encourage everyone to work towards healthy
Healthy
eating.
habits.
I will do that eventually. Right now, I am being a trash gremlin. For now, I will eventually work on being not as much of a trash gremlin.
Just think of it as fuel to be the mum to the baby. For now.
It's mostly emotional fuel.
I'm trying to give you an out here, and you just aren't taking it.
I'm not taking it. I refuse to take it.
Oh man. Yeah, no, that'll definitely be a topic for another day.
I love talking about mental health, but yeah, you don't want to talk about it all the time because it does get tiring, and also you kind of eventually kind of say all the same things over and over.
Yeah.
But I that will be a fun time.
A fun time. I mean, it'll be a fun time because I have dark humor and you can also appreciate that, and we can just it's great.
It's kind of like when you kind of share the same political views as someone else,
Mhm.
and so you kind of talk through it all. And you're like, yep, yep, okay, great, good. Things continue to be that, and then you change the topic. John can tell you this story, and I'm sure he would do it in great detail. But he came out to us. I was screaming, and Alex was yelling at me, and I'm holding a broom, and there's this really large spider in like just somewhere on the wall, and we're trying to kill it, but I'm terrified. Alex wasn't a fan either. Though his fear of spiders has decreased over the years. And so John killed the spider for us.
Oh.
Yeah. He took charge in that situation. Not something that bothers a guy like him. It takes more than that to phase John. But that thing was fucking huge. It was terrifying.
Moving into this place, I've noticed we have really big spiders, like big ones. Well, so they're in my garage mostly, but they're called, I believe they're just called garden spiders, but they're fucking huge, and they run away from you. But at the first sight, they are horrifying. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But they're just very, very big.
I was reading about it online because I was really scared that Kellen would get bitten by something as he's exploring the outdoors. And what I read was insect bites and spider bites are most likely to happen when they're kind of crushed against you.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like shaking your clothes out can be a good idea. And so that's kind of what I've been doing, is just kind of gently brushing him off. I put sandals on him because stepping, of course, on spiders and insects and wasps is how you can get bit or stung. I know it's still
stepping
gonna
on
happen.
these sucks.
Yeah, I've been really lucky. I think that's part of the reason that I have a bit of a disproportionate like fear of wasps and bees is I've never gotten stung before. So I think it's gonna be really awful, and I'm sure it sucks. I'm sure it sucks real bad. But
I would say it depends where. Like
yeah,
where you get stung. Like I've gotten stung on the hand, and it's not been nearly as bad as I got stung on the eyebrow once,
that's
and
bad.
that hurt. That hurt a lot.
It was trying to give you a piercing.
It, yeah, at like the age of 10. Yeah, no, it was not
Oh,
great.
how?
Yeah, I was riding a bike. Either I was running or I was going fast across the bridge at
Mm,
my grandmother's house and just like felt
mm.
this searing pain happen and I saw
Oh,
B like run off and it was like, oh, ow.
that's so incredibly unlucky too that you guys managed to meet in that
hmm
exact moment. And he's like, "Fuck you."
I can tell you how many just like random injuries I've had as a I'm very accident prone.
We'll have an accident episode, and it'll all be you because I was the most risk averse kid, and I've never gotten stitches. I've never had a broken bone.
I've
I
never
haven't
gotten
even sprained
stitches.
anything. Hey, that's impressive. I'm actually like a little surprised, but that's impressive.
Never gotten stitches and I think this technically was a broken bone, if not just like a broken joint. It's my pinkies.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Very, very visually clear. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's from when I used to play softball.
I'll be hearing it all, and I'll just be like, shutting my son in his room, like, "No, you can't go out and play. You're gonna get hurt." And he's like,
No, you're
"Won't
gonna
this,
send him out in a
won't this
bubble. He's gonna
do
be
way
bubble boy.
more like pain to me by not letting me do stuff?" I wonder if I'm gonna have a kid that like wants to jump off high things and like go crazy, or if I'm gonna have a kid that was more like me and like kind of considered the risks before before doing stuff.
Well, you also have a boy, and boys do
Yeah.
seem to. Not all of them. I do have a friend whose son is very much more like timid and reserved and not a huge risk taker. But
Yeah.
from what I've seen, the majority of young boys all about it. They just kind of go.
Yeah.
They go first and think
We'll just
later.
make sure we have good insurance.
Get insurance, take a picture, be like, this is what you did. You did this when
Yeah.
you were like 2.
Yep. Yeah. No, and bad luck is a huge factor. Like, my sister Megan, we were playing on the play structure. She must have been 4 or so. Smacked her head hard enough into the edge of the play structure to need stitches. My sister Rachel at 6 or so got unlucky, and there was a screw that was pointing up out of something,
Mhm.
some structure in the yard, and she fell, and it like right in there needed like 7 stitches. She still has the scar. So
Crazy. I
I don't know how they would have avoided that. Like, they weren't taking any unnecessary risks. They just got unlucky.
I was in my grandma's barn. Yeah, we'll have a injure myself thing later.
Yeah.
But I was in my grandma's barn and I was they were baling hay cuz despite how I look grew up in a farm family. So like horses, hay, all that jazz. Well, they were baling hay and I was just laying down and I went to stand up and a board came with me because the nail in the board
No.
had stuck itself into my
Fuck
bicep.
no. No, no, no,
So I
no.
just took it out. I didn't need stitches for that shit. It's just like, rub some dirt
I
in
guess you
it.
say
You're
that. Okay,
fine.
I'll tell one more injury story and then I'll save the rest. I'll save the rest for later. We were working on a shed, and I was wearing, I think, Crocs or something,
Mm.
and I stepped on a nail that was out of the ground.
Yeah,
And
Crocs don't
then
do shit to
my
protect
dad
that.
helped. No, they're not gonna do shit. My dad
Oh.
helped clean it, and it was fine. He's always there when I got injured as a kid.
Huh. He's always just watching. I wonder.
He can just deal. It's hard to watch your kid be in pain. It sucks real bad. Even when he's just like crying normally, sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna turn on music so I can hear something else in addition to this. If
Like,
there's any parents out there and you feel your stress response going really high from hearing your kid cry, put in earplugs, put in earbuds. It's okay. You don't have to listen to your kid cry while you're taking care of them. If it's stressing you out and making it harder, tune it. Like, do what you need to do. It sucks.
I could
It
see
sucks.
that.
It
Because, yeah,
sucks.
if you're stressed out, you could, like, mess up something, I guess.
Yeah, or you
Because
or
you're
you snap
frantic.
at them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because your nerves are on high.
Or
Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
you're not thinking straight. You're not thinking of all the possible reasons they could be crying
Yeah.
and like patiently working through each one to solve the problem. You're kind of like, make it stop.
Yeah, obviously, I don't have kids. I have a dog. But
Take the
it
dog,
was
baby.
the most heartbreaking thing for me was after the first time he sprained his wrist. He refused to get up out of bed because he didn't know what was going on, and we didn't know what was going on. It was like, what, are you okay? Are you dying? What is going, why? And eventually he got used to it. He like limped around. He was fine. But yeah, that and when he got his tooth pulled,
Oh.
I was not having it. And I'm by myself, so I'm just like, no, but he was fine after day one. Day one was the worst because he was still high on his like anesthesia, and he hadn't eaten it all that day because you weren't allowed to give food because he had to be put under for surgery.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
So it's just like
yeah, you can't like explain to your pet what's going on and what you're gonna do to help them get better.
Yeah.
They're just in pain and things happen to them and they're like, why? So this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of time. We've hit time.
Excellent. We made the content.
Made the content.
The contented content.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. One day we might set up a Patreon, but until then, drop us a subscribe. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want, and
go watch Chel's channel. Go look at her art and buy some. Yeah. And go watch my husband and my channel, Redheadorama.
Yeah. So Chellx, Ch3ll, and then Redhead just underscore
now I'm having to fucking think about it. I
don't think there's an underscore, but I keep feeling like there should be, but I don't know.
Now I'm like,
are you looking it up?
No, I'm literally looking it up. There's no spaces, no underscores, no dashes, just Redhead. Oh, Rama.
There you go.
Easy.
At twitch.tv.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.